you know, you mentioned that you thought all the meme stocks were moving, and AMC obviously went off up nearly 100% as we speak. They had their record date. A lot of people were looking at today as an important date. But the question I asked was, is money just back in the tech speculative growth stocks, right?
Yeah.
And you know, you have growth like Apple, sure, but you have stuff where we did the 52-week low video that has just been insanely beaten down. And you look at Palantir, you look at Affirm, you look at Big C, the list goes on and on. Clover, Rocket. I'm not so sure I would chalk it up to just meme stocks. I think that does a disservice to what's happening in the market right now.
Yep.
But I wonder if we talked about at some point, all these other stocks, reopening plays, which we're very bullish on, are going to be, they continue to run hot. And so if they're at 52-week highs, money's got to go back into it. So that's why we've said don't get out of tech. This is the exact reason why we said don't get out. Just make sure you're diversified and make sure you have those things filled up. But yeah, I mean, it'll be interesting to see.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at so if you guys are curious as to what's being chatted about the most on like Wall Street Bets, for example, we always go to swaggystocks.com. It's a free website if you guys just want to check it out, see what's going on. AMC obviously is on there as number one, no surprise there, and the thing is just off like a rocket. It's up over 100% today. There's BlackBerry, which also went nuts today. You have Sundial, which is up, Rocket's up, Clover, which we're pretty pumped about. Went a little crazy today too. A lot of them. Even Neo went up today. So there's been some ones that are certainly on the Wall Street Bets mentions. Fubo also went crazy. I just saw that here too. Fubo went nuts. So there's
How
been
much is Fubo up?
Fubo went up.
Yeah, because like I group GME, AMC, and BlackBerry together.
Yeah, Fubo's up 17%.
Yeah, I looked those three together, and then I think everything else is sort of like, I feel like those move together. If one moves, those other two move.
You don't think Rocket had any correlation to the move in AMC?
I'm not saying it didn't, but like when GME's moved up, AMC's always moved up with it. Is that fair to say?
Yeah.
For the most part, GME moves up. You see AMC moving up, and BlackBerry is the same thing to a lesser extent.
Nokia, yeah.
And yeah, Nokia could probably be thrown into that, but Rocket hasn't followed that same trend. So historically, I haven't seen that. I haven't seen Rocket have a true parallel as GameStop, AMC, those two particular, and BlackBerry have moved together.
Yeah.
Could it be? Sure, but these are all, I mean, let's not discount the fact that those are different. Rocket is a very different stock than AMC.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
And it's needed to go up. So the reasoning, like we talk about beta, and Rocket hasn't followed the market. So the fact that it's not following it today is actually it's not a surprise.
Yeah.
So I think that's the other thing to consider is like the beta on Rockets, I would imagine higher. If I had to guess, it had to be a 1.5 or higher than that. And so it could have an outsized move of the market. So, I mean, yeah, I mean, could it be? But like, there's also some stocks on that list that are not up.
Yeah.
But I think Rockets just needed to move. And if this was the thing that moved it, sure. But yeah, AMC's move, people had an eye on it. I don't want to say it's expected because it's 100% move. So I don't think that was necessarily expected, but it's safe to say that's not a surprise. If you'd have told me AMC would have moved 100%, it's just it moves stupid like that.
Yeah, it does. It's pretty crazy to see how this has gone up. Some of the comments I've gotten over the last 2 weeks has been interesting too. But yeah, it's not a surprise. My only thing is that I would say that if you are in some of this stuff, and if you're not at least taking something off the table or at least playing with house money, then maybe that should be a strong consideration. At least if it were me, that's what I'd be doing.
Yeah. Well, so I mean, you're in Clover.
Yeah.
You're in. We won't put Airbnb in there. You're in Drive Shack.
I'm in Drive Shack.
But you just got in. So
those are my two most speculative plays. Would be.
So then, if you're saying that, so Clover, would you be taking some off the table?
I'm only up 20% on Clover.
Yeah.
I'd like to be up a little bit more before I started playing with some house money on that.
Yeah.
25%, somewhere around there.
is where you're up or where you'd like to be?
I'm up 20. Yeah, I'm like, I would like to. I bought Clover at $6.65 with the intention of it being a $20 stock.
Yeah.
If it gets to $12, then I probably will end up selling half.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I have no, like my spec, I put Zoom Snack as Palantir for today.
Yeah.
And I got that sub 20. We've been talking about that for a while. Shout out to the watch list. But Palantir, it seems like every day breaks a new dollar. And so yesterday was 23 trying to break, clearly broke 24 today. And so I was saying, like, it just has so much more room to run. Now, AMC, different story. Like, not as far as a room to run, but just a different story as far as, like, it's at 52-week highs.
Yeah.
Palantir is not anywhere near that.
No.
So I'm not yet ready to start trimming Palantir. I want that thing to get to 30 before I even consider it, but I'm already 25% up on that. But a lot of good things. My overall count's been positive, but my net account value went positive, which is really great because if Clover continues to run, which I hope it will, and I expect it to maybe tomorrow will be some profit taking, but I still expect it to move. I mean, that's just going to mean good things for the account, the old public account.